Now, the rest of the story. For tennis enthusiasts, the name Ken Beer is a magic name. Over the past 4 years, Ken has played in 16 National Singles Championship events, has won 15 of the 16. 3 years ago, he captured sport-wide recognition for winning national amateur titles on hard court, clay, grass, and indoors. In amateur tennis, that's called the Grand Slam. And Ken did it again the following year and again the year after that. 3 years in a row, Ken Beer has won the Big Four on the amateur circuit. 5'8", 152 pounds of racket-wielding dynamite. Ken Beer is the man to beat whom no one can. One of his big tournament wins was in 108 degrees of temperature. Fans in the stands recall Ken never once slowed down. To see him on the court that day, you'd say he was born to play, but, well, this is the rest of the story. Once upon a time, there was a young airline pilot who was burning out, and he had never in his life touched a tennis racket. His name was Ken Beer. Even before he had started flying, he was aware that there were pressures in that profession. He'd simply not imagined how great they would be. So Ken was 30 when he took up tennis for the exercise, to unwind after hours in the air. He joined a tennis club. He taught himself to play by watching those who were better than he, and he got good. He got so good that a playing partner suggested Ken enter some serious amateur events. "You're as talented as anyone I've seen on the tour," the friend remarked. Ken listened, and before long he was not only entering tournaments on the established circuit, but he was winning them as well. So Ken Beer quit flying to play tennis full-time. Over the years since, the pilot who took up the game as occupational therapy has distinguished himself as have few in his sport. Ken is his own most strict coach. He says, "I still hang back at the baseline too long." Of his own game, he complains, "I don't vary my game enough." Well, whatever the self-criticism, what he is doing is winning. And he's winning practically every game he plays these days. Ken Beer is a natural athlete, of course. Might have become a top-ranking amateur skier. Had his tennis gift not proved so prodigious. His admirers look forward to a long and inspiring career. In amateur tennis, there really is no rival on the horizon. Not in Ken's age group, anyway. I didn't mention, did I? Ken Beer, the 30-year-old airline pilot who had never touched a tennis racket in his life, the natural who quickly took his own tennis club by storm, played tennis for 3 more decades before retiring to play tournaments in his 60s. That's right. In the past 4 years, Ken has won all of the major amateur tennis tournaments in his age class, all but one. The past 3 years in a row, he has grand slammed. And this year, the amazing Ken Beer is still going strong at age 83. And now you know the rest of the story.